My neighbor's running a lawnmower right now, but wanted to come in and take a quick look inside the top bar here. See, I got my bees in the back. I opened up the back and it looks like they're really gearing down for winter very well. Seems to be all of the space is used up properly here. Let's take a look inside. You see what I mean? We got this gap in here I really don't like. That's a designer error on my end, but I'm not so worried about it. Maybe when I come in for the insulation in another couple of weeks, I'll go ahead and block that up if they haven't blocked it off already. This thing I don't like. I'm going to take a peek in here and see if there's any pests in here that shouldn't be. But you can see this is where I store the feed inside there. I'm going to change that out today. But all through here are comb. It might be a little hard to get on camera here. I'll try to do my best. But starting down here where I just put in some extra new top bars and then cut out anything that they weren't using. And I think they're at about 12 bars. It's going to be hard to count from this perspective, but I get a good count when I open up the top because it's easy to know where the west end here begins and the east end here finishes. I'm not going to mess with any arrangements that they've made. I probably won't even come in here to see what's see for evidence of any queen or whatever. I can just tell just by looking right here like this that the honeybees in this colony, which is at least 12 bars, probably more, I'll give a better count once I pop inside, but this will be one colony that's well on its way to survive in the coming winter. I'm going to go ahead, feed, top them off. I will do just a mite board check in the morning here. Let's see. I'll go ahead and close this up for right now because that all looks good. We'll go ahead and take a look here. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead, clean this off, and I'll do a 24-hour count tomorrow. See if any Varroa mite treatment is in order. I haven't been doing anything to prevent Varroa because I haven't seen a lot of evidence of it. And their colony, as you saw a minute ago, seems to be thriving. So I'll clean this up, put some mineral oil on it, come back out tomorrow and check. And then in the meantime, I'm just going to come in here and top off the bees with their feed. The weather's been a little cooler, so there's less bees on the top bars right now. And let's see, here's the spacer board, here's the other spacer board. $13. Okay, that was close. 13. You see what a fine job they did of sealing this up. I am not going to mess with that. I am not going to go in here and tear any of this stuff apart. I've got my beetle traps here. Maybe I'll pull them if they're empty, and then the bees can close up this last space, really seal themselves down good for winter. I may keep one if I want to go ahead and use a little extra space to put in a board of fondant like I will soon. Okay, now this is a very cool. This is a grease patty I made last week. And you see how nice these girls are lined up here. Let's see if we can get them to smile for the camera. Yeah, they're all lined up there real nice. It's like that. Very cool. Here comes some more. So that's just a simple mixture of Crisco, sugar, fresh wild honey, and a little couple of drops of wintergreen oil. Over here I have this little bag of menthol crystals still. That lets the bees feel and that prevents any bees who have tracheal mites from developing problems, and that's to help prevent the tracheal mites that will invade the bees' lungs. And this here is and this grease patty here, not only does it taste good, but it coats the bees a little bit with that Crisco, and it keeps the varroa off pretty well. Alright, so I'm not going to bother them here too much more. Yeah, they've just done a fine job of propolis and everything. I could have these beetle traps propolis in place. I'll have to think about. I think it's too late for the beetle population to come out at all. Okay, so here comes some bees, and they're going to be a little protective here because you can see their feed is empty, and unless you're coming in here with feed, don't mess with them. You see it's very calm reception today. I think the smoke in the beginning tries to blur the honeybees' sense of peril a little bit, because it does allow me to come in comfortably, and there's not a lot of bees clinging on this one. They look like they're really getting ready to settle down for winter here. We're going to go ahead and continue to feed them. I've got almost a 2-to-1 mixture of sugar water, 2 parts sugar, 1 part water, in these pasta jars that I do sterilize after each use, with holes cut into the top. A little bit of Honeybee Healthy, and for the first time, pink salt, which is really going to be good for them. Just a little pinch, and a couple of drops of wintergreen mixed in with 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. That's it. I think that's all I'm going to do today. Check those boards, wipe them off, do mite count tomorrow for varroa, and if there are any, I'll take further action. Otherwise, just leaving this be.